Hey guys, Axe here with the GameCoop. We are back with more Feed the Beast Horizons Daybreaker. We're going to go ahead and show you how to make one of the redstonic swords, because I did forget to do that in the last episode. My bad. So I've gone ahead and picked up the Enderium Redstonic Blade, which is a bunch of Enderium, the Enderium Redstonic Handle, which is a bunch of Enderium, and this Redstone Infused Stick, which is redstone around an obsidian stick from random things, and another Great Flux battery, which is, again, previous battery, and some other items. And in addition to that, I went ahead and picked up the Fortuitous Loot Augment, because I wanted to see just how much looting it gives, like if it's 3 or if it's 4, like the drill. Let's go ahead and put this guy together. We're going to call him Ultima Weapon. That sounds good to me. And assemble. Ooh, it even has a kill count. That's neat. Plus 11 heart damage. Alright. Where'd my, there it is. So where'd my NEI go? So let's go ahead and give this guy a charge. Also, I have increased the number of biogenerators I have from 1 to 3. I've upped the cables a couple times. Now they're the elite cables, which are the advanced cables with a reinforced alloy. The advanced cables are a basic cable and enriched alloy. And then I've also upgraded the energy cube, which is just putting the other energy cube in a circle of enriched alloys, osmium, and energy tablets. Neat. In addition, I have thrown on a smelter, I think? No, I've already told you what that is. Whoops. I've thrown on an osmium compressor, which is a machine that uses osmium to compress obsidian into ingots to make some other nifty items. It is right there. Okay. So let's go. Well, gotta give this thing a charge first. You can put it right in here. Yeah. Also, I've renamed the drill to Drill Nigh. Fortune 5. Neat. I've destroyed 5,588 blocks. Oh, okay, it's got looting 3. So maybe, wait, since the fortuitous drill says fortune 4, maybe as I mine more blocks it gives me more fortune. Who knows? That should be alright. I'm assuming that we can enchant this thing. Let's go find us some things to kill. It's a pretty, like, thick-looking sword. Wow, just one-shot a skeleton. Okay. Just one-shot a creeper. Okay, so it's gonna probably one-shot everything with 20 health. Yep. Neat. And it is giving good amounts of loot. Awesome. This was probably well worth the time. I'm assuming the more things that you kill with it, like, the better the bonuses get. Because that's what looks like happened to the drill. This thing is pretty nice. I like it. Alright. Not exactly sure what mod to do next. Let me run around the base for a minute and see if I can think about anything that I want to do. Decided to go with the mechanism mod as the next mod of choice that I want to do. And it is a big one. As you can see, I've actually made the house quite a bit bigger than in the last episode clip. Whatever. First off, I've doubled up on the amount of biogenerators I have here, because I've actually upgraded the energy cube here as well. The energy cube is the red energy cube and these materials here. Next is I've added the purification chamber here, which is a chamber that lets you triple ores, but at the cost of oxygen and energy. Oxygen we'll get to here in just a minute. And last but not least, I've actually hooked up this logistical sorter, which pumps biofuel into these generators whenever they need it, which I'll demonstrate here. There goes a piece right there. and it's not actually going to pump any until, yep, there it goes, until it actually needs one. For some reason, this biogenerator here uses the most energy. Not exactly sure why. The logistical sorter is a bunch of iron around a basic control circuit and a piston. I just love watching this thing. I really do. It's just so peaceful. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the oxygen thing here. We do need oxygen in order to triple the ores. I'll actually throw a chunk of ore in there. Some tin, actually. So you throw that in, and it produces these little things here that are coming to us. Right there. Tin clumps. As you can see, it actually made 3 of them. Now what those can be done with, you can do with them, how to words, is you throw them in the crusher, and they produce 3 of these. Dirty tin dusts. Now these can't be smelted quite yet. You actually have to enrich them, and then they're smelted, thus tripling your ore output. Alright, so to produce oxygen, we need a new machine called the electrolytic separator. I've already made one ahead of time, of course. The recipe is some pretty normal materials around an electrolytic core, which the recipe is displayed there. Now what this is going to do is it's going to take power and water, and it separates the water into a couple different gases that we're going to use here. Let's go ahead and give this some power here. There we go. You can hear it buzz to life. And this thing spits out some biofuel to keep up with it. So I've already put some water in it ahead of time, apparently. Whoops. So it's actually going to go ahead and start separating that. It makes hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen a lot faster. And that's where we get our oxygen for the purification chamber up here. Now how to get it over there is you can either pipe it in with some pipes, or what I've done is I've made some gas tanks, which are just crushed iron with osmium surrounding it. And then these gas tanks hold the hydrogen and the oxygen. Neat. You can even choose to dump the excess or even just dump all. Also neat. So in order to keep this thing full of water, the next thing we need is the electric pump, also from Mechanism. The recipe is displayed. And what this is going to do is it takes electricity to pump water out of any kind of infinite water source, such as a 2x2, as you see here. Let's go ahead and hook this guy up. Electric pump. Nope. Rotate that around. There it goes. Alright. Oh, I see. I see what I did. I need to hook these right here. I think I'm short of pipe. There we go. There we go. Isn't that neat looking? So that's going to go ahead and repeatedly pump up a corner of this water supply here into the electrolytic separator, keeping that topped up. Now this is going to eat constant power, as you can hear the little clicking sound of the biofuel being distributed. What we want to do is we want to use the hydrogen for something. We're going to use the oxygen for duplicating ores, but the hydrogen we can use for something a little different. It's actually the hydrogen generator, also for Mechanism. Well, I think there's a hydrogen generator. Is it the gas burning generator? Maybe? What am I even looking for? Ooh, flamethrower. Got distracted. Alright. Hydrogen. Give me just a moment. There it is. Gas burning generator. So what this guy is going to do is it's going to take the extra hydrogen that we're making with the separator and it's going to turn it into usable power. I've already made one, of course. Here's the recipe. A couple casings around electrolytic core. Again, that core is displayed there. So let's go ahead and set this guy up right over here somewhere so it can feed power into this thing. I don't exactly know what this thing looks like. Okay, so... Oh, it looks like it just accepts gas and outputs power. I'm assuming the blue is gas and the yellow is out with power. So in that case, we want to go ahead and... Let's put it like here. Just behind that logistical sorter. Let's give her some gas. Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's full of power. Now I need to output that to the energy cube up there. Can it come out the top? It cannot. Let it come out the back. Oh, wait, hang on just a second. I don't actually want that to touch over there. Let's move it. Oops. No, disconnect. Alright, let's move it right there. Perfect. Lots and lots of monsters on my roof. Oh wait, no, it's not touching. There we go. Okay, is it working? I think it's working. God, the monsters are like insane outside. What is going on out here? That it? Okay. Good. So anyway, I think it's working. It's not burning very much, but I'm also not using any power right now. Oh no, it's still using biofuel. See, I would rather it burn hydrogen before the biofuel. I wonder if there's a way to, like, have this take priority. I just put that, like, there. Is it working? Okay, I think it's actually taking priority now. I mean, it's still burning biofuel for some reason. What is it doing? Okay, well, we'll figure out something, and I'll be back. Alright, I've actually rearranged quite a few things here, so let's go over what exactly I've done. I've actually put the gas burning generator right here, so that regardless of what power the biogenerators are generating, the gas burning generator is going to constantly provide power for the energy cube. And to get the gas from the electrolytic separator to the gas burning generator, we have these mechanism basic pressurized tube, and those are a couple of steel and a piece of glass. That's how I did it. So let's go ahead and talk about factories. Mechanism introduces a block called a factory block, which, as you can see, all my machines look a little different now. It's because they've all been upgraded to basic factories. What factories do is it allows you to process things 3 at a time. Pretty straightforward. So instead of 1, you can do 3. And factories take the same upgrades as everything else. In fact, they carry your upgrades over. And how you make a factory is you make one of these basic factory installers, which is some redstone iron circuits and a piece of wood. And you simply right-click on a machine with it. I would demonstrate, but off camera I kind of already did this. So basically what I can do here is grab like some osmium ore. There we go. So let me turn off the eject on these. You can customize which sides do what. So I'm going to put some osmium ore in here, and this has a gas tank that has oxygen in it. The gas tank is a recipe here somewhere. This one. Osmium surrounding a pulverized iron or iron dust or some other iron thing. And I just get my oxygen right here. I have the electrolytic separator set to dump excess hydrogen after it's pumped all of it can into the gas burning generator. So it's just constantly trickling power. So basically, take that gas tank, you put it in the purifying factory, and it will provide oxygen to this bar here at the bottom, and you dump in your ores. If you make sure that this auto sort button is on, it'll go ahead and divvy them up for you. See? 3 at once. Neat. Then you got these osmium clumps, which I had set to output to the right, where the crushing factory is crushing them into osmium dust. And I have that set to output to the right, where the enriching factory is making them into, dirty osmium dust, where the enriching factory is making them into osmium dust. And finally, one more output, and they're smelted. Let's try that with a whole line of ores, and we'll output down so that they go into the chest here. So let's do a stack of lead. Let's see how fast I can process a stack of lead. Oh, I'm out of oxygen. There we go. Let's fill that right back up. That's a lot of lead. So using this method, we should get three stacks of lead. 3 stacks of 64. Because we put in 1 stack of 64 ore. Should be done in just a second. Okay, and just like that, we've processed an entire stack of ore into 3 stacks of ingots. So just like that, using Mechanism, we've tripled the amount of ingots that we get. As you can see, I've been gathering up some resources to help me out with my videos here. There we go. Lots of resources. I've been digging a lot. Alright, so that covers factories. There are also like different levels of factories, and as we progress through the mod pack, I'll keep upgrading them. There is basic, advanced, and elite. I believe the advanced does 5 things at a time, and I think the elite does 7. So we'll get there, you know. That's a lot. So let's go ahead and talk about upgrading machines. I mentioned that the factories can carry upgrades over, and you might be asking, what are upgrades? Upgrades are these little chips that you can make that increases the, for example, the efficiency of gas-using machinery like the purifier. It's a gas upgrade. The speed of machines, and the energy efficiency of machines, and how much they can hold. Usually machines can take 8 upgrades at a time. So if you look in the upgrades here, we have a speed one. We'll go ahead and eject these upgrades. So these are the items that you can make, the upgrades. Speed, energy, and gas. Very similar recipe. To install an upgrade, you go to your machine, to the Disable Upgrades menu, and then just drop it in the slot. And over a little bit of time, it'll install that upgrade. As you can see, it's upping the amount of upgrades as well as the effect that the upgrade gives. So I've went ahead and got all of the upgrades I could possibly get for all of the machines. That's why they're able to run so fast. They won't run this fast by default if you're, crafting along with me. You have to make these upgrades to make them do that. One thing to note is that if you put speed upgrades in the electrolytic separator, at least the one that we are doing here, like with this setup right here, it will eat energy faster than you can, do anything with it. So I'll demonstrate. Let's go ahead and throw some speed upgrades in this. This is actually how I get oxygen really fast. Watch that number. It is accelerating at a very high rate. Oh, one more. There we go. So that's going to fill up that gas tank really fast, but it is absolutely draining power. Alright, that covers upgrading. So I've been thinking, I have a lot of different items over here, and as you can see, I've made some more drawers and kind of like a work in progress here. So I want to go ahead and make this wall at this corner right here, kind of like a storage corner. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more drawers going and some more sorting system thingies, and be back in a few. Unfortunately though, I'm going to have to actually cut this episode short. I wasn't watching the time. So, yep, this is Zax. We're playing Horizon's Daybreaker. This was episode 4, and we'll see you next time.